Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another installment of, or another episode of Spartacus's legendary journey through Skyrim here. We just did some alchemy at home on the last video, so we need to go through and do our little loop to sell it. We're going to start up here in Solitude, just kind of do the same principle that we've done on a couple of our other ones. And then what we're looking to get into is a little bit more of our mage's questline. We also want to, once we get this sold off, we want to go ahead and start purchasing some of our enchanting levels. So we should hopefully be able to, hopefully we don't level too far, we can purchase 5, level up, purchase another 5 enchanting, and not have to worry about that for a bit. So that's the plan. We also got some gear here we need to drop or get rid of. We'll keep some of it, like this conjuring, but we need to equip our selling stuff. We're at 6 a.m. so that should work out all right. Gonna give him a gold piece and take off for the chapel. And we'll either speed up or cut out the loop itself. I've shown it in another video. I think couldn't tell you which one. I may even actually just make a video for it. That specifically details it out. But that will have to come at a later date.
Blessings of the 8 divines upon you. How may I help?
Here we go.
As High Priest of
And done. So what we managed to do was we managed to sell all of our potions. We sold them at about 15,000. We went and purchased our enchanting 5 levels up in the Mages College. We jumped back down here, finished selling off. We did unfortunately get 2 levels instead of 1. We weren't quite fast enough on the gold to purchase, but we did get that. We got our second set purchased as well. So we purchased 10 levels, got it from 50 to 60, I believe. I believe our enchanting is at 60. Verify that here real quick. Our alchemy went to 66, which was part of that. But yeah, so our enchanting did make 60. We can now put on the insightful enchanter. That'll help us with those things. And so now that we're at 60 there, that's... Oh, man, I got the hiccups. So anyways, we got about 10,000. We got 10.7k gold left after 2 purchase rounds. So both of those cost between 10 and 15,000 gold. So all in all, it took us about 45 minutes, I think, of looping, and that's just because the vendors don't have enough gold. If you've already done the Thieves Guild vendors, then they would already have their they would have more gold and be able to do that. Looks like we caught a bug here. I think it's because I'm a vampire. The alteration spell Detect Life it takes very little to do, and for some reason, even though I'm out of magicka here in the sun and I can't regenerate it, it's stuck, letting me to hold it down, which essentially is just the same as the gear that I was going to make. The gear you make is for it to be, free, and then you stand in the middle of Whiterun, and you hit all those people and these people and these people. You don't have to move around, you just have to hold it. We're not actually going to take advantage of that. We took advantage of it there for a minute while I was explaining it, and we'll get another level out of it, but that's all the further we're going to push that. We could purchase another thing of enchanting, or another round of enchanting if we want. We could also we could look at that, because we already trained for this level, so we'll go ahead and level up one more time. And it might benefit. No, we're not going to benefit for restoration. Purchasing there, we won't benefit anywhere from that. Pickpocketing, lockpicking would be one you could probably purchase. Everything else in here, archery would probably not be terrible. And in fact, because we helped Feindal, You could purchase levels into archery for artificial levels, right? Purchase those 5, and then pull the money back. That would be super easy. You can only do that to 50. After that, you'd have to do Ayala, who can go to 75. But yeah. So we are back in the money. We are gonna put our regular gear back on. There we go. Got our 452. We did get 3 levels. We're gonna jump to our house after we go talk to go get the talisman or the blessing of Talos for our reduced shout time. Doot doot doot. Here's this quest still waiting for us. It's a frozen. There's our blessing. We'll hop down to our home. We also, in addition to the gold that we spent, right? So we spent 2 rounds of purchasing levels at 50 plus. So that's around, I believe it's 8 and 10, or yeah, it's around. I think it's between 15 and 20,000 gold. But so we did that. We got 10,000 gold after we were finished, right, with that. And then we also, because they didn't have enough gold, we bought soul gems. And as you can see, we bought a lot of them. We bought 10 grand soul gems. I think they come in at like 2,000 gold a piece. You know, like we bought a ton of soul gems for our enchanting. Really just getting it ready for, you know, when we have the insightful perk and we can do the enchanting. The enchanting and the alchemy really complement each other, and we can really elevate our game or our level. So, oh, I opened the wrong box. We want to bring these gems up here. There we go. And I think we have some that we don't need, so yeah, like the Major Knight and the Conjuring. This Conjuring is going to be good too. More so would be Alteration and Restoration, but we do have some of those. We'll be stockpiling the Grand Soul Gems as well. There we go. Got our gold there. There's the apparel. Just to make sure we still got 11, 11, 11, and 11. Okay. Our potions are really clean right now, comparatively, right? We've got the regenerate staminas that we built a long time ago. Helps us, you know, they're like our version of a stamina potion. The only thing we have left are stamina and regen potions. We've got these big filter, you know, Draught of resist fire and filter of resist cold, 30 and 40%. We've got the Draught of the Warrior, which isn't as good as our one-handed, but we'll use it, you know, before we utilize our one-handed. We've got the Fortify Enchanting, which needs to drop into that bag right there. And we, of course, picked up some more ingredients because the you know, the alchemists need to give us money or give us ingredients so that they have enough money for our potions. So we're just gonna drop all this stuff off. Nice and easy. And then we'll figure out where we're gonna put those points. And then we will be headed out to oh, what is it? To continue along with our mage quest a little bit. So many mats. There we go. And then I don't think we picked up anything big. Nope. So our weight is down to 171. Nice. very, very well done. These skill points. So, we'll just go ahead and finish out the one-handed tree here. That way we don't have to worry about it, unless we're going to play with like critical charge or something later. And we can do that whenever we have extra points. We also have, we currently don't have the ability to upgrade stuff that we've enchanted. We haven't enchanted any glass, but we have enchanted the, well, you could do the, if you're going to make a build doing Nightingale armor, or you're going to do any of the specific armors like, the Dark Brotherhood or anything like that, you would really want to pick up Arcane Smithing. But because we don't have anything that's enchanted that we can upgrade, aside from the Elven stuff that we're going to replace, we're not going to pick that perk up yet. Enchanting we could really invest in, right? We've got 60 points, we can put that into Enchanter. We're going to get at the very least this Insightful Enchanter. And then here, like I said, we want Alteration, right? We want our Restoration to go up, but we want our Alteration to be go up too. So we're going to start into that tree, because we're basically, straight up here to Expert, and then over to Atronach. But what it requires, right, so that's why we're debating with this Enchanting tree, because what it requires is that we get this Enchanting tree decent enough that, it doesn't cost us as much for our Alteration spells, and then we can sit in, Whiterun. Preferably that it doesn't cost anything, so we don't have to worry about being a vampire being a problem. But we'll work on that. So now that those are done, I just want to test. We're not going to actually do it. I don't think. Depends on what it is, but I want to see. Let's see, the Enchanter's Potion, Fortify Enchanting, we did 11%. So let's pick up this 10%. And do I still have these soul gems? No. So I wanna pull out 1 grand soul gem. And then let's see. We'll pick, I think, a helm. I think a helmet actually works just fine. And this will just kind of tell us, oops, I need to take the potion. Where's that Enchanter's Potion? There it is. So now, what we can determine from this is that, let's say we do an enchantment of Fortify Conjuration. Right, because all the spells will be the same size anyway. Go to the soul gem, we pick the grand soul gem, get that, and we put it on the helmet. It's going to be 13% less. That's pretty good. If at any point you get to 25%, you've made it, right? Like you're done. You did it. Now what we can do, right, the loop that you end up with is here, where we get alchemy. So we'll actually do that. We'll make 13% more alchemy there. And let's make one. Yeah, let's see if we got a whole set. We've got the helm. Yeah, we can do the light. Let's just make our light armor. There we go. No, I think I pulled another helm in. Light armor, light helmet. Yeah, I don't want that. All right. Let's see, what else do we have here? Now we won't use a grand soul gem again. We'll use bracers, boots. I believe we need rings and neck pieces, so we'll get a gold necklace and find a silver ring. That'll be fine. I'll do a gold ring. We have a bunch of those. And then this one we can actually pick up because we can sell that. Don't need it anymore. I think we're missing a chest piece, but depending, right? So the alchemy itself, right? So if we do the enchantment, the fortify alchemy, then we can go to the item and we can see that we can get the neck, the ring, the helmet, which we already did, and the bracer. So that's the 4 pieces. So we still got we don't have any soul gems, I don't think, because we forgot to grab those. And we'll get, we're going to use graters, just because graters are more abundant for us. So we'll use graters. We've got 3 of them that we're going to do. Okay. And then we'll take this, we'll take the Enchanter's Draught, since we're going to use the lower ones. And this is basically going to loop on itself, so that'll work out just fine. So we'll take the Enchanter's Draught right now. We'll fire this up. Take the enchantment first. Fortify Alchemy. We know the gem. And we know we're not going to do the helmet. So the neck, it's going to be 8%, so not 13. We'll do the ring. Alchemy. There we go. And alchemy again for the bracers. I believe you can also, if you do that while you're doing that, you can rename the item. I wonder if, let's see if I can. I guess you might have to rename the item during that. There's destruction spells. We'll do that too. That'll help. Oh, we got to level up. We've got some potions. So let's, so if we come over here, I'll show you what that does, right? Potions. Let's see if we've got that, Fortify Restoration Potion, 42%. So the reason it didn't work before is because Fortify Restoration spells, right? It's unless SE has capped it, changed it, fortifying your restoration increases the fortify skill, right? So the quote unquote fortifying of something. And since that on our gear, right, on our gear over here, we have created potions are 13%. Well, that enchantment is called Fortify Alchemy. And so when you do a Fortify Alchemy, right, you're supposed to be able to, or the way that, what it should do is it should make it, the Fortify Alchemy 42% stronger than it was before. And then the way the bug worked was you would take the gear off and then put it back on. That would lock that in, so even though the buff went away, you would hold on to that that percentage increase, and then you could make another one, and then take that and take your gear off and put it back on, and that's how you looped it on top of itself. But for this, we'll just see. Do we have any Giant's Toe? We do. We'll take a Giant's Toe. We'll take a Creep Cluster. Well, we're only going to do one, right? And some wheat, because that's our best potion so far. And now I'll show you kind of what it looks like. So without the apparel, so we take the ring, take those pieces off. Right, our base value on this Creep Cluster, Giant's Toe, and wheat is 1556, right? So 1556. Now we put on our apparel. Now this is only going to be, right, this is only 8, 16, 24, 37. So this is only like 37% out of gear. I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. And here, all of a sudden it's 2200. That's huge. That's a big jump. I think that's right around 37, almost 40%. Because it was at 1500. 30% of that's about 500, give or take. And it jumped up to 22, so you've got to add a little extra, so that it's probably right around 37 or 40%. However, supposedly, what should happen is if if Skyrim SE, if the SE fix this bug, then then it will not work. But when we take this restoration potion, right? That should increase the Fortify Alchemy, and that should be higher than that 2204. And it did not work. So it looks like they very much so did that. We'll have to test. I think they may have just fixed that loop, which would be good. Which would actually make me very, very happy. It also might do it for Fortify Enchanting. Let's see. Enchantment, Alchemy, Item, Glass Helmet, 1%. No, you don't have it on there. And that'll run out. So we'll have to test it later. But that's what's gonna happen. We need to get a Fortify Smithing. I don't believe we have any Fortify Smithing gear at all. I don't think we have the enchantment to Fortify Smithing yet. Fortify Stamina Regen. We do not have Fortify Smithing. When we get that, we'll actually be able to make us a set of smithing gear and really push our damage output up from there. So, we'll drop these off. Weapon. Where's that steel dagger? There you go. And then we'll take the apparel over to the alchemy lab and put it there. We'll rename them next time. Next time we're enchanting, we'll actually do a rename. We'll put it in this sack here. There we go. I think that's all of it. Then, of course, we gotta go put the other stuff away. I'm a bit OCD about it. I don't like having things just strung about. I like them at least being close to what their purpose is. There you are. Light armor. Leather boots. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Alright. Weight is 169. Perfect. Yeah, so you saw we can get to 13%. That's not quite. I think it goes, I think it was a little less for like damage for spells. So we've got a little bit to do on our enchanting there. But what we really want is the equilibrium spell, which means we have to push our mage guild stuff farther. So we'll go ahead and track that and at least get to the next one, which is the Augur of Dunlane. And lucky for us, that is all housed inside of Winterhold. Weapons. There. So upsetting. So you can ask around and do all those sorts of things, but what I found is I just like to just come in here. This is the midden. We talked to Tolfdir earlier. He mentioned that he was in here. It's pretty linear. There's some points where you can get a little mixed up and end up looping back around on yourself, but for the most part, I don't. I think if you just push straight ahead, you'll make it without too many issues. I think this is the yeah, that's the Howl of Countenance. I think that's how you end up here if you talk to like Tolfdir and or somebody else. And, like if they give you directions, that's how you get here. And there's a skeleton that seems to be upset. This guy had a bad day. Iron Dagger of Arcing. We'll go ahead and sell that sometime. What is this? Somebody died right here in a cell. Really shouldn't practice those kinds of magics here. How you get yourself hurt. Now these are sometimes spiders, but we're a little over leveled. No spiders for us. There we go. I'm not actually going to pick it up because I haven't been doing anything with it. I just lied. I'm picking it up. That's some frost resistance just in case. We've got frost resistance from being vampiric again, but spiders helped us out. And this, I believe, is called the Atronach Forge. You have to have very, very specific items. You can read this manual, and it helps you out, I guess. But there are ways for you to get use alchemy mats and other things. You put them in either in the middle, or somewhere. I think you just have to drop them in the middle, and then you utilize this here handle. Boom, it goes. No, you put them in the offering box. That's where it's at. Put them in the offering box. You hit the pull bar, and it creates things. Now it'll create different things depending on different pieces. And I think if you give an invalid something, it tries to kill you. But yeah, you can use this really early to, if you can get you a hold of certain mats and stuff like that. You could make yourself a full set of Daedric armor. You know, when you just showed up, that would be. It makes for some pretty hilarious starts. What is this? Some salt pile. Red mountain flower. There we go, buddy. Yeah, come and get me. You weren't even worth it. I don't know. I didn't even need to double attack you. Alright. What else do we got going on here? The Midden Dark. I believe that's just the second. It's like it's the down. It's the basement, the lower level. Alright, so what do we got? There you are. So you can run all the way down. If you run all the way down, you miss this chest. If you go for the chest, you have to run all the way back up. Or run all the way up. So just kind of up to you how you want to. And I believe that goes out to Skyrim. It's like underneath. Hello, spiders. There you go. The only good spider is a dead spider. At least if you ask my mother. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, there we were. Some hanging moss. Gotta get that. Gotta pick that up. I hear another ice wraith. This thing is interesting. I'm not sure how, I think you're supposed to put like rings on certain fingers. I couldn't tell you for sure. I've never really played with it much. But it looks cool, so I'm sure it's probably pretty awesome. There you are. Well, I was going to say I lost something. I hear you over there. Both of you. There you go. I'm also using the first rank of the shout, because I don't think I actually needed the last rank for anything in here at the moment. I think here's where you would normally come in this way, and you take a left and go here. Yeah. Here we are.
Perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
Well, hello there.
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. But those who have sent you have not told you what they seek. What you
They normally
seek.
don't tell me things. But what is it that I'm seeking?
That which all who wield magic seek. Knowledge. You shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume. You seek meaning, shelter in knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing, and it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others.
I'm going to be the Thalmor.
One who calls himself Ancano.
Yep, I'm going to kill him.
He seeks
I'm gonna enjoy it, too.
information about the eye, but what he will find shall be quite different. His path will cross yours in time, but first you must find that which you need. You and those
don't-
aiding you.
Why is he
wish to
being
know
so
more
secretive?
about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware.
Mm-hmm.
To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your archmage.
My archmage. Well, he's fine. Alright. Now let's get back. I think you go this way. Yeah, here's the ice wraith that we killed the first time. Or the finishings of him. And up we go. Just basically gotta do exact opposite of what we did before. I wish you could jump up there. Can't. Gotta go. Let's see. We came from there, so we go this way. Go down, turn around, take one down, pass it around. Turn around. Do a circle, slap your knee. And up here. I think that... Oh, somebody got their boots down there. And that should be all of that. Now we just gotta go find Old Mr. Savos.
It is difficult to...
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
I bother the Archmage when I please, lady. The Augur of Dunlane told me to.
What you learn here... Really? And what might that be? I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it.
Apparently it's connected.
And how do you know of this?
The Augur told me.
Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this.
I assume you mean me.
I certainly do. Since you went so far as to seek out the Augur for advice, I thought you'd be more enthusiastic. Something as specific and ancient as the staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
Oh, thanks. I got a mage's circlet for my head. Where's the lady? There's Mirabelle. Tell me.
Day-to-day operation.
Tell me of the
Well,
staff.
That's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking?
He said
I
you
see.
mentioned it.
Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it.
The Synod?
They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere. Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power.
That sounds terrible.
No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mazulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Deal. I prefer it when people are not cooperative. Alright. Well, that'll do it for now. It looks like we've got a dwarven ruin to go into. I don't think it's... Actually, that might be where we get it. No, I believe we have to finish Mazulft, and then we end up going to... I think it's when you actually go to get the Staff of Magnus that you get the Equilibrium spell. So, that'll end it for today. Appreciate you for watching. Appreciate you for showing up if you were new. Appreciate you for coming back if you if you're a fan of the series. If you'd got anything you want to see, you want to tips, tricks, or critiques, or anything you want to see in the future, you want to learn in the future, or me to change about this, just leave it in a comment. If you like the content, just give me a like and subscribe, and we will we'll apparently deal with a dragon next time. Thanks for watching.